What's going on, fam? Hope everybody's doing well out there. So I have another budget offering for you guys today. So this is from Bestech's budget-friendly brand, Bestechman. This is a knife that's been out for a little while. I actually won this through one of their giveaways on Instagram. So this is the Bestechman Goodboy D2 blade with the PVD coating. Let's go ahead and crack right on into this. They're budget brand, not a lot of frills with the packaging. You just have a wooden box, a cardboard box. Just the typical use and care manual, warranty information, all that good stuff. So this is one of their, I think this was a new colorway that they did, and they were celebrating that by giving away, I think they gave away several of these. And I was, again, lucky enough to get in on that. So you can see there you got a kind of a red and black theme going on. Let's go ahead and crack on in here because there is some differences with this G10. So you can see there it's got a little bit of a pattern to it. Really interesting. And it does have some grip, which is strange because there's no stippling, no texture, or anything like that you can see. But it does have some grip there, which is, again, pretty interesting. There is the Bestech pivot, so it's one of their more nice pivots. You do have a very flush, very sunk in button. Some milling there on the G10. A fairly small lanyard hole. I'm not going to be able to really, I don't know, you might be able to shove two pieces of paracord through there, but it's going to be more of a tie-on lanyard hole. You do have a reversible pocket clip. And then there's your hardware. Fairly deep carry pocket clip you're going to get. It's pretty deep carry. Pretty good pocket clip there. Nice low profile bill. There you can see it is a Keanu design. I really enjoy his designs. You have the D2 there, some really nice red thumb studs, some very small jimping. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. It's pretty nice though. I like it. Open pillar construction, a little bit of jimping there on the back of the G10, which that's going to be your primary source of traction there with the blade open. Perfectly centered. Let's go ahead and crack this blade open here. So you do have a compound ground drop point. Again, that black PVD coated. There is your Bestechman logo. And then again on this side, just the Keanu there. So not a big deal there. So that's cool. I didn't realize that. I've not noticed that before. So the D2 is actually hidden when the knife is open. I was sitting there. I was like, well, where's the D2 at? But that is hidden when the knife is open. Take a look at our sharpening tool. It's really hard for me to see there, but it is fantastic. So the plunge grind is actually hidden almost. So you really don't see the plunge grind much at all, but it is very sudden. It's a very quick drop off. So all of that choil there, from there forward, all of that choil is for sharpening. You do have thumb studs that shouldn't get in the way, but it may be an issue, so you may have to remove those after a couple of sharpenings just to be able to sharpen without hitting them. Grind looks fantastic. Looks good and symmetrical on this side. Drop points. Tip is perfect. So I really like that compound grind. I've always loved compound grinds. I think that looks fantastic. So take a look at the knife as a whole there. Let's go ahead and wipe off some of these oils. There we go. So again, a really clean looking design. Fairly neutral handle shape. You do have a nice swell there that's going to fit in the palm really well. Very neutral, pretty flat bottom where your fingers go. You do have a nice finger choil there. So it does fit in the hand really well. And where I was talking about, that's going to be your primary jimping, that is legitimately your primary jimping. So you don't use, I guess if you're bearing down up here, that's where you're going to use the blade jimping. But for your normal grip, you're back here on that, and that G10 jimping is great. Now this jimping feels slick until you go to push in on it, and once you push in and give it that pressure, it really grips the finger. So really good job on that. It doesn't look like it would be functional, but it is very functional. The button lock is done really well. So it's it's got a really positive detent on the button. Just trying to Yeah, it's got a really positive button. And there you see I missed it. You have to press the button in pretty good ways to get it to disengage. You really have to be meaning to disengage it Once you do, the typical button lock, it just drops shut. Reverse flick is really good on that. Just even trying to fail it there, didn't really want to fail. I was able to pull it out really nicely. The thumb stud is giving me a little bit of problems for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's probably just because I think the band-aid on my other fingers actually throw me off a little bit. It's hard to tell my finger placement, but not too bad there. Again, the knife just feels phenomenal in the hand. Got plenty of room, even if you have larger hands. I mean, I've got plenty of room here. No need to choke up or anything like that. I mean, I guess you could technically, if you wanted to, come up here and get a kind of a trigger grip there, but this handle is just done phenomenally well. Absolutely phenomenal. I could not ask for anything better as far as ergonomics on the handle. This is just done really well. Which I think this is my first knife design from Keanu, so I don't think this is going to be my last. I really enjoy this. Yeah, action's really good on it. Sounds good. Feels good in the hand. Not a whole lot to hate about this knife. It's coated D2, so I've got no problems with that. Bestech D2 is pretty good. I haven't had a ton of experience with it, but I know that the way that they do their heat treats is pretty daggum on point. So I don't think there's going to be any problems with that. We'll jump into some specs on this guy. So it feels like it's a fairly lightweight knife. 3.6 ounces. So just say 3.5 ounces. And then I think it is a little over a 3-inch blade, or right at a 3-inch blade. Yeah, 3.5-inch blade. And it is right at, or a little over 8 inches overall. So great ratios there. Might as well say it's 1-to-1. It is sharp, of course, being Bestech. Let's go ahead and start cutting this way. Yep. So, yep, no issues there. Trying to see if I can get it to do some curlies with this paper. And it's not wanting to do curlies, but it's definitely sharp. More than sharp enough to do anything that would be needed. One thing I've forgotten to do on the last couple of videos is check how good the screws are done, which they should be fine, being Bestech. Check our T6s here real quick. Yeah, no problem there. A little wiggle, but nothing major. None there. None there. And just a little bit there. Let's check our T8s. Let's see, are these T8 body screws? No, these are not T8 body screws. That's what I was saying. Sometimes, man, my eyes play tricks on me. So, T8, the only T8 we got is on the pivot. That looks good. And all of your body screws are good. So, no issues whatsoever there. A budget ergonomic knife with dang near perfect ratios. I mean, there's a lot to love about this knife. And from what I can see, not much, if anything, at all to hate. Some people are going to say that they don't like the D2, but I believe these knives are in that sub $50 price point. And for that amount of D2 and Bestech engineering, Bestech OEM work, it's kind of hard to argue with. So I like it. I honestly planned on buying one, but I ended up winning this one, so there's no sense in me buying one now. So this will be one that is definitely going to earn a home in my collection. Maybe it may not be a permanent home, but it's definitely going to earn a spot in the collection for a little while at least. So what do you guys think about it? Do you have one? Is it one you've been eyeballing? What do you think about Bestech or Bestechman in general? Start some conversation stuff down below. Talk to me a little bit. But guys, again, I appreciate everybody that watches, that comments. If you can share it, help us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, and we'll keep on keeping on. But I appreciate y'all again, and just remember always, be kind, be humble, be EDC. Y'all take care.